Right, let's talk about Angela Rayner. The pressure's mounting. The pressure is mounting.
Things out on this show we do.
Well, yesterday we were discussing because Manchester Police had reopened the case, as it were. They initially decided no cause to investigate because she said she was living at this house when others say she wasn't. Therefore, she avoided capital gains tax. It was her right to buy a house, council house.
Which is perfectly legal.
She made nothing wrong with that, made about 45 grand out of it. The question is, was she living there or not? She said she was. Others say she wasn't. If so, she avoided capital gains tax. And there's also a question of electoral dubiousness because she may be guilty of electoral fraud as well. That's what she denies all of this.
Yes, she denies everything.
But the police have reopened their investigation, say we are now...
Well, they're reviewing the inquiry. They're not quite reopening the investigation.
They're reviewing their decision not to investigate, but the pressure was mounted last night as Stockport Council, the local council concerned, said that they were reopening their sort of
Stockport Council's
into the
council
situation.
I know well.
It ain't looking good for
Look, I think what both the council and the police have now done is the right thing, which is questions have been raised, both in this book by Tory peer Lord Ashcroft, biography of Angela Rayner, but also, and then they've been sort of Tory MPs run with it. And so I think we need to leave both.
Well, no, whoa. One thing. Look, she says all she did was follow official advice from her tax advisors and lawyers.
Well, I think what you said...
wait a second, Matthew. Wait a second. And what people have said is, well, why don't you show us that piece of paper? Yeah. Nobody is asking... She said, oh, that's my personal tax affairs. Nobody is asking for her personal tax details. They are asking for that document, the document that said you're fine, no capital gains tax, and don't worry about electoral fraud. They're asking for that. Why won't she publish it?
Well, I think she won't publish it because she feels that she's personally under attack about this. And I think
hang on, Matthew.
No, I'm not saying I think this. I'm saying what Angela thinks.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm saying what I think. You're asking my take on what Angela thinks, and I think Angela is.
No,
she
thinks your take.
She thinks she's treated differently as a working class woman compared to that's why she said in a media interview yesterday,
garbage.
Will you publish
utter garbage?
You know that's
utter
what she
garbage.
says. Well, I think
show us the piece of paper.
So what's confusing is she says she didn't have a tax lawyer at the time. What she's done is she's taken, because most people who are selling a 40,000 wouldn't have a tax lawyer. Which I think we'd all agree. But she says she's taken subsequent advice and that she's told that she doesn't owe anything. The controversy on this is it seems that the Labour hierarchy, Sue Gray, the Labour leader's office, the former head of ethics at the Cabinet Office, and formerly, of course, of Partygate fame, has I understand has looked at it. I think what we want is I think the police and Stockport Council are right to look at this as a Stockport Council taxpayer, as I'm selling my mum's house there.
How are you? Be careful about capital gains.
Absolutely, no, I very much am. I should be paying every penny. I think that they both need to look at it and then let's see. And obviously, if they declare that there is nothing amiss, then that is an end of it.
If both the council and the police say, right, we've re-examined...
And the council's not a Labour council, by the way, it's run by the Lib Dems.
Well, but I'm sure it's not political.
No, absolutely. But there's just to add,
I mean...
It's not her mates on the council.
It seems to me that at the very least, she owned a house, she bought a house, she then married a guy who bought a house. Her brother then, after she got married, moved into her house with her, and she didn't move in with her husband. That's
there are complicated... modern families are complicated, and one of the complicating factors here is that her son was in intensive care for a long time. So she obviously spent a lot of time at the hospital. I believe she did spend, lots of nights with her husband in a different house. She didn't get around to merging the two, the two households together. And the electoral fraud allegation is that she was on the electoral register in two different places. Not that she voted twice or anything like that, but she should have just put the line through one of them.
But the issue is where she was living. Yeah,
I think the more serious thing is the issues around the capital gains tax that are being, and it's right. I think Greater Manchester Police rather rushed to the conclusion, and I think it's right that they apparently they didn't speak to two or three of the key people and let them speak to the key people to find out what the truth is.
Okay, just to speculate now, she denies all wrongdoing, and I'm sure she'll be fine when it all comes out in the wash. But suppose she does get nicked.
In the unlikely event.
No, well, hang on a second. No, it's not. It's neither likely nor unlikely. It's very possible. In the event she gets...
I was trying to make you smile there.
If she gets nicked, here's the thing. It'll be a bad day for Labour. They'll still win the election.
Yeah, I would have thought. I mean, clearly, if she is found
guilty,
guilty as it were,
guilty is no. If she is found guilty, not as it were,
then there would be. Then I think it's on the electoral thing. If she should have crossed it off at one of the things, I think that's not a major offence. That can be regarded
not
as
massive.
oversight.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's on the money issue is clearly more important. The capital gains tax issue is more important. If for any reason she wasn't the deputy leader of the Labour Party anymore, I suspect what there would be. The Labour Party has this very elongated procedure where our 400,000 members, trade union affiliates have to vote. I think what would happen is only one candidate would end up being nominated. It would be a woman, and they can't be from London because we've got Keir. So it won't be West Streeting. Even though a lot of people would do that.
Maybe you could get Rebecca Wrong Daily.
As her staff used to call it, it certainly won't be. It certainly won't be her. I think the most likely person I think would be Liz Kendall or Bridget Phillipson.
OK, good discussion. Good luck, Angela.